What if I told you that the world around you is far more malleable than you've ever been taught? That everything you perceive, your circumstances, your surroundings, even the events of your life, isn't as rigid as you might believe? What if you could bend reality itself, like a skilled sorcerer shaping a piece of clay, molding it into your deepest desires? Imagine this. You're standing in a darkened room, the weight of the world bearing down on you, and yet, with a simple shift in your perception, you can suddenly see the unseen. You're no longer a passive observer of life. You're the architect, the force that bends and shapes the very fabric of your existence. This is not a fantasy, it's a reality, a power that's been hidden in plain sight for centuries. In today's video, we are going to explore the ancient and mystical art of bending reality to your will. You've likely heard about manifestation, the law of attraction, and other spiritual tools, but what if these practices are only scratching the surface? What if the true power to alter your reality lies within deeper, more esoteric knowledge that's been guarded by secret societies, whispered about in ancient texts, and passed down through the ages? We'll dive into the mysteries of consciousness, the hidden forces that govern the universe, and the subtle techniques you can begin using today to change your life in profound ways. From the wisdom of ancient sages to modern interpretations of quantum mechanics, we will unlock the secrets of how your mind, your very perception, holds the key to bending reality itself. But before we dive into these timeless teachings, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss the deeper, hidden knowledge we'll be uncovering in this journey. Now, let's begin this extraordinary exploration into the very fabric of existence. The idea that reality is not a fixed, immovable structure, but rather a fluid and dynamic force, one that can be shaped, molded, and bent by those who understand its true nature, is not a new concept. In fact, it is one that stretches back through the annals of time, woven into the fabric of ancient philosophies, mystical teachings, and esoteric wisdom from cultures all around the world. Ancient Egypt and the power of the mind. Take, for instance, the ancient Egyptians. Their deep understanding of the mind and the universe was not merely symbolic. They believed in the Ka, the life force or spirit that existed within all things. To them, the mind and the spirit were powerful tools, capable of shaping not only the physical world but also the invisible world of energies and forces. The Egyptians practiced rituals and ceremonies to align their personal consciousness with the cosmic forces of the universe, thereby giving them the ability to influence their reality. They viewed the mind as a conduit between the material world and the divine, a space where the boundaries of time and space could be bent. This idea didn't stay confined to Egypt. The concept of a dynamic, flexible reality found its way into the sacred texts and practices of other cultures, from the Vedas in India to the Taoist teachings of ancient China. In these ancient cultures, reality was seen as a field of potential, something that could be shaped through conscious awareness, willpower, and intention. The Hermetic principles and the art of manifestation, one of the most influential schools of thought that laid the foundation for modern esoteric teachings, is the Hermetic tradition, stemming from the legendary figure Hermes Trismegistus. The Hermetic corpus, a collection of ancient texts, contains a treasure trove of wisdom that teaches us the ways in which the mind can alter reality. One of the core tenets of Hermeticism is the principle of mentalism, which states that the all is mind. According to this principle, the universe itself is a mental creation of the divine mind. In other words, everything we perceive as reality is shaped by consciousness. If the mind can shape the universe, then surely, it follows that individuals can also bend reality by aligning their own consciousness with this universal mind. The concept of mental alchemy, transforming the base metal of ordinary thought into the gold of higher understanding, is an essential part of Hermetic teachings. Hermeticists believed that by mastering the mind, one could achieve not only spiritual enlightenment but also practical power over the material world. Reality was not a static field, but one that could be molded with intention, focus, and deep understanding. The influence of quantum physics on modern thought. Fast forward to the 20th century, where quantum physics revolutionized our understanding of reality. The famed physicist Niels Bohr once stated, "Everything we call real is made of things that cannot be regarded as real." This was a radical shift in our understanding of the universe. Quantum physics revealed that the universe is far more malleable and uncertain than previously thought. At the quantum level, particles behave in ways that defy logic, existing in multiple states at once, depending on the observer's perception. In essence, the observer, the one who gazes upon the universe, plays a pivotal role in shaping what is seen. This notion echoes the ancient teachings of mentalism. It suggests that our consciousness has a direct impact on the physical world, and by altering our consciousness, we can influence the very fabric of reality itself. It's as if the universe is waiting for us to wake up to its true nature and start shaping it according to our will. Mystical traditions and the secret societies. Throughout history, secret societies have guarded the knowledge of how to bend reality. From the Freemasons to the Rosicrucians, these esoteric groups have held fast to the belief that individuals can gain control over their fate by accessing hidden wisdom and ancient practices. The use of symbols, rituals, and meditative techniques allowed practitioners to reach altered states of consciousness, states where they could access deeper layers of reality and bend them to their will. One of the most prominent mystical teachings on the subject comes from the Sufis, the mystical branch of Islam. Sufism teaches that reality is but a veil, and through meditation, prayer, and intense spiritual discipline, one can lift this veil to perceive the true, underlying fabric of the universe. The Sufi concept of Tawhid, the oneness of all things, aligns with the idea that the individual is not separate from the universe. By aligning with the divine essence within, they are able to influence and harmonize their own reality. Similarly, in the teachings of Kabbalah, the mystical branch of Jewish thought, the belief in Tzimtzum, the contraction of divine energy, suggests that the universe is a reflection of divine will. In Kabbalah, one can access higher levels of reality and influence the flow of energy through meditation, prayer, and ritualistic practices. These are not just symbolic actions, they are seen as powerful tools for reshaping the self and the world around them. Bringing it all together, the power of mind and will. What these ancient texts, mystical traditions, and modern scientific revelations all point to is a profound truth: reality is not a passive experience. It is, instead, a living, breathing force that can be shaped by the power of our minds and our will. Just as the Egyptians understood the Ka as a dynamic force of creation, and as the Hermeticists saw the universe as the mental creation of the divine mind, so too must we understand that our own consciousness is a potent tool, one that can bend reality in ways we've yet to fully comprehend. Now that we've established the historical and philosophical context of reality bending, let's delve deeper into the core concepts that underlie this ancient art. It's time to reveal the inner workings of reality, how it's shaped, and the profound power you already have at your disposal. The power of perception, shifting your lens. Imagine that reality is like a vast ocean, one that stretches beyond the horizon, containing infinite possibilities and countless unseen currents. You, the individual, are a swimmer in this ocean, with the power to navigate the waters, steer the course, and choose the direction of your journey. But how do you decide where to swim? How do you navigate the vastness of the sea? The first step in bending reality to your will begins with perception. Our perception shapes everything we experience. It's the lens through which we interpret the world around us. Ancient teachings, from the Hermetic texts to the Tao Te Ching, emphasize the importance of mastering perception. Why? Because reality itself is fluid, and how we perceive it determines what we create within it. What you see in your mind, you see in the world. The mind as a mirror, the reflection of inner thought. In the Hermetic tradition, one of the key principles is that, as above, so below, as within, so without. This phrase encapsulates the idea that your inner world reflects the outer world. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the seeds that grow into the experiences you encounter. This means that by changing what's inside, you can change what happens outside. To understand this, let's use the analogy of a mirror. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing a distorted, unpleasant reflection of yourself. What do? You could spend hours trying to fix the reflection, polishing the mirror, adjusting the angles. But the truth is, the reflection won't change unless you change what's inside of you. If you want to see a clearer, more beautiful version of yourself, you must first change your internal state, your thoughts, your energy, your perspective. Similarly, if you want to change your external reality, you must begin by altering your internal world. Every moment, you are reflecting your own beliefs and expectations back to yourself. If you believe that the world is rigid and unforgiving, your life will mirror that belief. If you believe that you are capable of bending reality, that life can flow effortlessly around your will, then your experiences will begin to reflect that as well. The law of attraction, harnessing the power of focused intention. Perhaps the most well-known modern concept related to bending reality is the law of attraction. This law states that like attracts like, that the thoughts, emotions, and vibrations you send out into the universe will attract similar energies and experiences into your life. This concept is deeply rooted in ancient teachings, from the Hermetic mentalism principle to the teachings of the Vedas in India, which state that the world is created by the vibration of consciousness. To truly harness the power of the law of attraction, you must first understand that your thoughts are not passive, they are active forces that ripple out and influence the world. Just as a pebble dropped into a pond creates ripples that spread outward, your thoughts send out vibrations that influence your reality. These vibrations attract similar energies, manifesting as people, opportunities, and experiences that align with your inner state. However, the law of attraction requires more than just wishful thinking. It demands clarity of intention, unwavering focus, and the cultivation of an emotional state that matches the reality you wish to create. This is why, in many esoteric traditions, meditation and visualization are key tools. They help you align your mind and emotions with your desired outcome, allowing you to project a clear signal into the universe. The role of willpower. While perception and intention are essential components of bending reality, the real power comes from willpower. Willpower is the active force that turns intention into action, the energy that propels you forward and shapes the very substance of your reality. In esoteric traditions, will is often described as a divine force that connects the individual to the greater cosmic flow. It's the inner fire that drives creation. Think of your willpower as the hands of an artist shaping clay. While the clay holds infinite potential, it's the artist's hands that direct its form. Similarly, willpower takes the raw material of your mind's intentions and molds it into reality. This is why willpower is often associated with discipline, focus, and unwavering commitment. It is the force that separates passive thought from active creation. The key to bending reality lies in your ability to focus this willpower. The mind can be scattered and chaotic, constantly pulled in different directions by external influences. But when you learn to channel your willpower, focus it with intention, and align it with your perception of reality, you tap into a force that transcends the physical limitations of the world around you. Vibration and frequency. Another concept that has long been central to esoteric teachings is the idea of vibration and frequency. Every thought, emotion, and action vibrates at a certain frequency. These vibrations ripple out into the universe, interacting with the vibrations of others. The principle of like attracts like is rooted in the understanding that similar frequencies attract one another. In quantum physics, we know that all matter is made up of vibrating particles. This includes not just the physical world, but also our thoughts and emotions. In the same way that radio waves are tuned to specific frequencies, your thoughts and intentions can be tuned to specific frequencies that align with the reality you want to create. The more you raise your vibrational frequency, the more you attune yourself to the higher forces of creation. Now that we've laid the foundational understanding of how perception, intention, willpower, and vibration shape the reality around us, it's time to go deeper into some of the more nuanced and lesser-known aspects of bending reality. These are the hidden techniques, the mysterious pathways, and the challenges you must navigate in order to truly harness the power of reality manipulation. The role of belief. At the heart of reality bending lies belief. Belief is the lens through which the mind interprets reality. It is the unspoken assumption that shapes how you see the world. Most people are unaware of how deeply their beliefs shape their reality. They believe the world is fixed, that they are powerless to change the circumstances of their life. But what if belief itself is the invisible key that unlocks your power? Imagine a man who believes he is incapable of success. Every failure reinforces this belief, deepening his conviction that success is out of his reach. On the other hand, a person who believes that success is inevitable, someone who trusts in their abilities, will consistently find opportunities and paths that align with this belief. The difference between these two individuals lies not in their abilities, but in their beliefs. Their beliefs shape their thoughts, which shape their actions, which ultimately shape their reality. Esoteric traditions, from the teachings of Buddha to the principles found in the Bhagavad Gita, all emphasize the power of belief. In Buddhism, belief in the self is seen as an illusion, a barrier to enlightenment. When you transcend limited beliefs and embrace a broader, more expansive view of the universe, you open yourself to the possibility of bending reality itself. In Kabbalah, the power of belief is likened to a powerful spell. What you believe, you will see manifest. Breaking free from limiting beliefs. But how do we change our beliefs? Often, we are trapped in patterns that were formed in childhood, reinforced by society, or ingrained in our psyche by years of external influences. These limiting beliefs act as barriers to the full expression of our power. To bend reality to your will, you must learn to break free from these false beliefs. One technique to break free from limiting beliefs is through self-awareness and mindfulness. By observing the thoughts that arise within you without judgment, you can begin to identify the beliefs that shape your perception of reality. These beliefs are not truths, they are simply the stories you have been told or the assumptions you have made over time. Once you become aware of these beliefs, you can consciously replace them with empowering ones. Another method for transforming limiting beliefs is through affirmation and visualization. By repeating positive affirmations and mentally visualizing the desired outcome, you reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, which controls 95% of your thoughts and actions, is highly responsive to the repeated thoughts and images you feed it. By feeding it images of success, wealth, health, or whatever you desire, you reprogram your belief system to align with those outcomes. The hidden forces. As you begin to work with your mind and willpower, it's important to recognize that you are not acting in isolation. There are unseen forces, energies, and entities that shape the reality around you. These forces have been recognized by mystics, shamans, and philosophers for thousands of years. In many esoteric systems, such as the teachings of the Sufis, Taoists, and even the Western occult traditions, there is a recognition of the subtle energies that exist beneath the surface of everyday life. These energies are not always visible to the naked eye, but they are there, shaping the events and people around you. Whether it's the energetic vibrations of people you interact with, the unseen flow of cosmic energy, or the collective consciousness of humanity, these forces can have a profound impact on the way your reality unfolds. In Taoism, the concept of qi, or qi, is central to understanding how the universe flows. Qi is the life force that runs through all things. By learning to align with this energy, individuals can move with the flow of the universe, rather than against it. This alignment with the universal flow is one of the keys to bending reality. When you learn to harmonize your own energies with the greater cosmic flow, things begin to happen effortlessly. In the Western occult tradition, the concept of theurgy, the practice of invoking divine energies to influence reality, reveals how ancient magicians and mystics worked with unseen forces. They believed that through ritual, intention, and focused willpower, they could draw on higher energies to shape their reality. This is not to say that you must summon supernatural forces, but rather, that you can tap into the same energies that govern the universe through your focused intent. The challenge of patience, the need for time and persistence. Bending reality is not an instantaneous process. Just as a sculptor must patiently chip away at a block of marble, you must be patient as you work with the subtle forces of the universe. Change, especially at a deep, metaphysical level, takes time. It requires persistence, faith, and trust that your efforts will eventually yield results. This is where many fall short. When they don't see immediate results, they abandon the process. Patience is essential in this practice. The universe responds to consistent, deliberate action. Just as a plant takes time to grow, so too do the seeds of intention you plant. But once the seeds have taken root, they will begin to grow and blossom into the reality you desire. The pitfalls of over-attachment, detaching from the outcome. One of the greatest challenges in bending reality is the risk of becoming overly attached to the outcome. While it's important to have a clear intention, an obsessive attachment to the end result can often block the flow of energy. When you cling to a specific outcome, you signal to the universe that you do not trust in its timing or process. This lack of trust can create resistance, slowing or even preventing the manifestation of your desires. To avoid this pitfall, it's essential to practice detachment. This does not mean giving up on your desires, but rather, allowing the universe to unfold in its own time and trusting that what is meant for you will come to you. When you let go of the need to control every detail, you create space for the universe to bring you what is in alignment with your highest good. How can you begin to actively bend reality to your will? How can you take these profound ideas and turn them into real, tangible results in your life? 1. Meditation, the gateway to mastery. One of the most powerful tools in bending reality is meditation. Meditation serves as the gateway to a higher state of consciousness, where you can access the deeper layers of your mind and connect with the universal forces that shape reality. Through regular meditation practice, you can align your mind with your desires, strengthen your willpower, and begin to shape your perception of reality. How to practice? Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and begin to relax your body. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without attachment, and gently return your focus to your breath. With each breath, visualize yourself becoming more attuned to the energy around you, to the cosmic flow of the universe. Once you've reached a calm and centered state, begin to visualize the reality you wish to create. Picture it in vivid detail, feel the emotions of success, abundance, love, or whatever your heart desires. Engage all your senses as you imagine this reality coming to life. Feel it as though it's already happening in the present moment. Meditation helps you shift your perception, elevate your frequency, and become aligned with the reality you wish to create. This is the first step in bending reality. 2. Affirmations, reprogramming your mind. Your beliefs shape your reality, and the most powerful way to shift your beliefs is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present-tense statements that you repeat to yourself daily. They serve as a tool to reprogram your subconscious mind, aligning your beliefs with the reality you wish to manifest. How to practice? Write down a set of affirmations that align with your desires. For example, if you wish to manifest abundance, you might say, "I am worthy of limitless abundance," or "I attract wealth and success effortlessly." Repeat these affirmations aloud every morning, as soon as you wake up, and every night before you go to bed. As you say each affirmation, believe in it with all your heart. Imagine each word sinking into your subconscious like a seed planted in fertile soil. Over time, these affirmations will reshape your belief system and begin to manifest in your reality. 3. Visualization, creating the blueprint of your desired reality. Visualization is the art of creating a mental image of your desired reality. It is one of the most effective tools in bending reality because it helps align your mind with your desires and activates the law of attraction. The clearer and more vivid your mental image, the more powerful your manifestation. How to practice? Take a few moments each day to close your eyes and visualize your desired reality. Imagine it as vividly as possible. What does it look like, feel like, sound like, smell like? Engage all your senses in this process. See yourself already living the life you desire. Feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude as if it's happening right now. The key is to focus on the emotions associated with your desire. Feel the joy of having what you want, not just the image of it. This emotional charge will send a powerful signal to the universe, attracting what you've visualized. 4. Action, the bridge between thought and reality. While the mind is incredibly powerful, it is through action that you bring your desires into the material world. You cannot simply wait for reality to bend to your will, you must take inspired action toward your goals. Inspired action is action that feels aligned with your desires and fueled by your vision. It comes from a place of inner guidance and intuition. How to practice? When you meditate, visualize, or affirm, pay attention to any insights, nudges, or ideas that arise. These are the breadcrumbs the universe is leaving for you. Act on these inspirations. Whether it's making a phone call, signing up for a class, or applying for a job, every action you take should bring you closer to your desired reality. Remember, action is the bridge between the thought and the manifestation. Even small steps are crucial. They signal to the universe that you are serious and committed to creating the reality you envision. 5. Energy management. Your vibration, your emotional and energetic frequency, is the key to attracting what you want into your life. The higher your vibration, the more aligned you are with the universe's flow. Low vibrations, such as fear, anger, and doubt, create resistance, while high vibrations, such as love, joy, and gratitude, allow for effortless manifestation. How to practice? To raise your vibration, engage in activities that bring you joy and peace. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. Listen to music that resonates with your soul. Practice gratitude every day, and focus on the blessings you already have in your life. The more you cultivate positive emotions, the higher your vibration will rise, and the more you will attract positive experiences. Also, be mindful of your energy. Avoid toxic environments and people that drain you. Protect your energy by learning to say no and setting boundaries. As you manage your energy, you create space for your desires to flow effortlessly toward you. 6. Detachment, letting go of the need for control. Perhaps one of the most paradoxical aspects of bending reality is the need for detachment. While it's important to have a clear intention and to take action toward your goals, it's equally important to let go of the need to control the outcome. When you are overly attached to a specific result, you create resistance and block the flow of energy. How to practice? Release the grip on your desires and trust that the universe knows the best way to bring them to you. Let go of expectations, and instead focus on enjoying the process of creation. Know that what is meant for you will come to you in the right time and in the right form. In the words of the Taoist sages, when you let go, everything falls into place. By practicing detachment, you allow the universe to work its magic without interference, bringing you what you truly desire in unexpected and miraculous ways. As we reach the end of our exploration into the art of bending reality to your will, remember this: the universe is not as fixed and rigid as it may seem. Everything around you, the life you live, the people you meet, the opportunities you encounter, is a reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and energy. And just like an artist with a blank canvas, you hold the power to create your own masterpiece. To bend reality is to understand that the forces shaping your life are not external, but internal. It is your mind, your consciousness, your will, and your vibration that dictate the course of your journey. The ancient wisdom shared in this video, from the Egyptians, Hermeticists, Taoists, to modern quantum physics, reveals a profound truth: you are the architect of your reality. Every thought, every intention, and every action is a building block, shaping the world you experience. But this is not a passive process. It requires action rooted in belief, perception, and willpower. It demands consistency, faith, and patience. And above all, it requires trust in the universe, knowing that when you align yourself with the cosmic flow, the doors of possibility will open in ways you never imagined. As you embark on this journey to bend reality to your will, start small. Begin with changing the way you perceive the world around you. Shift your beliefs. Use meditation, visualization, and affirmations to align your mind with your desires. Take inspired action, raise your vibration, and let go of the need to control the outcome. Over time, you will see the subtle shifts, the unexpected synchronicities, and the miraculous unfolding of your desires. So, take a deep breath, step into your power, and embrace the infinite potential of your mind. The universe is waiting for you to awaken to its mysteries and make your mark upon it. The only question left is, what will you create? If you found this video inspiring and full of profound insights, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll ensure that you continue receiving the hidden wisdom and timeless teachings that will help you master the art of bending reality. Share this video with someone who needs to hear these powerful truths, and encourage them to start shaping their reality too. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the depths of ancient wisdom. Now go, and begin to bend your reality to your will.